Ladies and gentlemen, and all our devoted listeners to Guess Who's Coming to Kansas City. We have another great show for you today. We're really working with the people of the Ethnic Enrichment Commission, and we have different countries. We had a very successful show last Saturday, Indonesia and Zimbabwe. And today's show, our guest will be from Peru and Haiti. And then we have Miss Gloria Tucker, one of the co-hosts on the show. And so be sure if you need to contact some people to tune in, they should go to Ferguson, USA, HotTalkRadio.com. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Apple TV, we're on smartphone, we're on iPhone, and we're on 5 podcasters to 5 different countries. We should have another great show, and are we ready to get our guests started?
Yes, sir. You have the gentleman from Haiti.
Okay.
So I'll get the one from Peru. Hold on a second.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how's the weather where you guys are.
Well, from my side in over in Kansas, it's quite hot. But I'm indoor anyway, thank God.
Is that, we got the gentleman from Haiti?
Yes, that's me.
Okay, well, we'll get started. And welcome. This is the 43rd anniversary of the Ethnic Enrichment Festival. Sir, tell us about Haiti. We know your native tongue is French. So tell us about it.
We have everybody.
Okay. Well, we have Cecilia on from Peru, right?
Correct.
Okay. Let's get started. Normally we let ladies be first, Cecilia, but since we didn't connect with you, we're going to put a man, because they say it's a man's world. So we're going to have our guests from Haiti get it started, okay? Go ahead, sir. Tell the people your name and Haiti, and tell us something about it, because we don't know. The people don't know. They might assume. A lot of people know they speak French. So bring us up to date. What is happening in Haiti, and where is Haiti located?
Oh, okay. First, I'd like to say thank you for inviting me for your broadcast, and thank you for your interest in Haitian culture and the Haitians who is living here in Kansas City area. I could have deferred my file to the lady, of course, ladies first, but since you want to answer first, of course, I will answer first. Haiti is located in the Caribbean. We share an island with Dominican Republic. That island was previously called, the entire island was called Haiti before it was colonized by 2 different European powers. That was the French and the Spaniards. Then, when Haiti was independent in 1804, the west side of the island kept the name of Haiti, while when the east side of the island kept the name of Dominican Republic. So in Haiti, because we were colonized by the French, French also is one of our official languages. But most of the people, if I could say 100% of the population in Haiti, they speak Creole, Haitian Creole, that is. Of course, there are different versions of the same language in other part of the world, like some of the countries in the Caribbean, like Lucia, like Martinique, like Guadeloupe, and some people in the Trinidad and Tobago, and also, if I can say, in Louisiana, here in the United States. So, in summary, we have 2 languages, the Haitian Creole and also French, that is.
Well, let me ask you this: what is the population of Haiti?
In the last census we have, I think it was 2010, if I remember. I think we had about 12 million people. But with the population growth and so on now, some people are estimated it up to 15 million. But I don't know, so that needs to be verified with the census.
Well, let's do this. Let's have friends to see you about Peru. That was the native language, and one of them is Spanish. So, Miss Cecilia, would you be joining us? And you are the second lady on the show today, so we're going to give way to you to be the number one featured person. Go ahead.
Okay, so Peru is located in the west part of South America, and yes, like you said, with the main language is the Spanish, because we were also conquered by the Spanish in the 16th century. However, there were many native cultures. One of the more important ones was the Inca culture. And if you have heard about Peru, maybe you have seen the ruins of Machu Picchu in a picture or something, which is one of the 7 wonders of the world. And so there is still a significant part of the population who speaks other languages, which are Quechua, Aymara, and there are still about 38 different languages in Peru. Mainly in the highland and in the Amazon. 60% of Peru is rainforest, the Amazon rainforest. So, yes, we are next to the Pacific Ocean, and we are surrounded by Ecuador, Colombia, Brazil, Chile, and Bolivia.
Okay, we have another guest host, which is Crystal Tucker. We'll get back to what is your most valuable resource, and then we'll get into what a lot of people want to know about what is the main diet there. What do they eat, say, in Haiti? What do they eat, say, in Peru? Different countries have different foods. That some are fish, some are lamb, some are goat, some are vegetarian. So my name is MC Richardson. I'm the host of Guess Who's Coming to Kansas City. I'm also the chairman, CEO, and founder of the United Minority Media Association. Now we have our guest host, Miss Cynthia Tucker. And Cynthia, well, anytime you have something you want to ask, or the show is a 1 hour, so we're ready for you to ask questions or things that you might want our two guests to say.
Yes, so hi. It's nice to meet both of you all, and thank you for coming to the show. I wanted to know, in Haiti, what are some of the traditions and values that you have in your country that are different here in the United States?
I would say the values really are not so much different, and people in Haiti, they really they have a strong sense of family values, and I would say that it would be a little bit stronger than over here, because when we talk about family in Haiti, we don't see only the central royal family, just the mother, the father, and the kids. When we talk about family in Haiti, we see all the extended family members, like uncles, aunties, nephews, nieces, cousins, grandmas, grandpas. And in many families in Haiti, many households in Haiti, you can see that in one house, They are multi-generational members living in only one roof. And like for example over here, when a person is at a certain age and cannot provide for themselves, usually they stay at their children's home, and those children they take care of their parents, and sometimes their grandparents also. And I mean, let me tell you, we don't have nursing homes in Haiti for our older parents. They stay with us at home.
So, okay, this is the 43rd Ethnic Enrichment Festival, and we have approximately 65 different countries. But most of the people that will be featured, and the embassies, no, that's a different show now. We're talking about the ethnic enrichment festival will be held in Swope Park in Kansas City, Missouri, the 19th to 21st of this month. Now, before we go ahead and proceed, we want to give Cecilia the opportunity to tell us about Peru. And also, both of you, tell the people what's your current profession here in the United States, at the job you work on, or business that you own. Cecilia?
Yes, sir. Okay. My work is in the government. I work for the government, and I also wanted to say that yes, we are working currently on the Ethnic Enrichment Festival, which is next week, and I want to invite people to come see our show. Peru is going to be represented at the main stage on Saturday the 20th at 1:30 p.m. We're working really hard. Like I said, I work for the government, and I also run a dance group, which is what we're going to present our show next Saturday, and we try to promote Peruvian dances and folklore in the Kansas City area.
Go ahead.
Yeah, in the same way, for me, I represent I'm a member of one organization that bring together Haitians living in the Kansas City area. And as a professional, I'm a telecommunication engineer. I work for a verification and consulting firm for telecommunication here in Kansas City area. We, as an organization, we work in educating people, the public about Haitian culture, and we work in when we have Haitians coming in this area, newly coming to this area, we work to help them to adapt and to educate them and to get them in the society in general.
Okay. Both of you, how long have you been living in the United States? And what brought you here?
Of course, well, that's the general answer for most immigrants when they come here in search of a better life. Yes. For me, I've been here for over 15 years. And before coming to Kansas City, I used to live in New York. And now I've been in Overland Park for about 10 years now.
Yes, and I moved to the United States in 1998 because of college. I went to college in Florida. And then once I got married, my husband was an active duty member of the military. So you know how that is. Every 3 years, move to one new station until he retired 5 years ago here in Fort Leavenworth. and that's why we have been here the longest time, and we are really happy to be here.
I'm glad that you stationed here in the city. What have you found that piqued your interest since you've been here so far?
Okay, we don't need any dead air, as they say in broadcast. We got a lot of things we need to cover. While the people are getting ready to speak, what is the diet there, the native diet in, we're talking about Peru, and we're talking about Haiti, and then what is the main diet you guys here? I know some people, like in the African country, eat a lot of goat. They have a different fish. A lot of them are vegetarians. And this really depends. And also, will each of your countries, will y'all be having food booths here at the festival the 19th through the 21st of August?
Let's start with Haiti.
Okay, let's start with me. Yeah, so for Haiti, in general, I mean, we, most of us, in fact, let me say, most of us, we are our ancestors from Africa, and we inherit most of the culinary habits from the culture coming from West Africa. We use a lot of root vegetables. We eat a lot of goat meat, as the gentleman just said earlier, and we eat a lot of pork meat. We eat beef, also we eat chicken, and the most popular dish is rice and beans. This is a staple of every meal in Haiti. Rice and beans. We cultivate a lot of rice. We import a lot of rice also lately because of the state of the agriculture in the country right now. But to tell you, in conclusion, we eat a lot of rice and beans and all kind of meat and fish also.
Okay, my turn. Basically, the diet depends on where in Peru you are located. The main division in Peru geographically is three regions: the coast, the highlands, the Andes, and the jungle, which is the Amazon. Depending on where you are, if you live in the coast, basically the main dish would be based on fish and seafood. We have a lot of diversity on fish and seafood. And in the highlands, this is something that may sound shocking, but one of the typical dishes is based on guinea pig. Those little cute guinea pigs. And they also eat alpaca and llama meat. Yes, and it's basically a diet that has been passed on through the generations. Is what the Incas ate, and also chicken, meat, beef, and the regular. I mean, similar to here, but and in the jungle they also have different animals just from the jungle, and the food is very different. They always also we also eat a lot of rice as a side dish. And another interesting fact is that all the potatoes come from Peru. So we have like 3,800 different varieties of potatoes. So potatoes are a big thing, and they are very delicious. You can find purple, orange, yellow, big, small. They are really good. Also yuca and other vegetables that you that are native to the place.
Interesting. So I know that I will be there to visit your booth. Would there be a specific family recipe or a name of a recipe that I would be able to taste while I'm there? Is it a specific name? So not the recipe in general, but just what it's called and what it means to you.
Okay, so for Peru, we are not having a booth this year. We didn't have enough people to man a booth. But if you are interested in visiting local restaurants, which there is one in Rivera Road, ceviche would be a very good dish to try. It's basically raw fish cooked on lemon juice. It is really good.
Okay, off of Rivera Road in Overland Park. And what's the name of the
place is called Antojitos. I can send it to MC Richardson later. But you can put Peru restaurant, and that's the one that's gonna pop up.
Okay.
This is Rivera Road.
I would like for you to tell us, I know the animal, llama, what animal is that? Different cultures have different food that we think the United States, we don't eat it every day. But then in your country, it's your natural food. So what is the llama, for the benefit of people who might not know what the llama animal is?
Oh, the llama is, you see, when you go to farms and festivals, they have this, it's a octanid. I really don't know how to describe it. It's a, they're very, if you go to stores, they have even made a cartoon. How do you say a llama? I really, let me see.
And while you're thinking of what else to say, they also use llama, we'll say wools. They use that over here for either could be sweaters, could be jackets or whatever. You guys can do extremely a lot of things, both in Haiti and Peru. But the people here, maybe they know and maybe they don't know, but we want to really expose them to this. And then the people who have the booth, your native food, your diet, I think we went over that, but our people that say, even though you guys have been over here X amount of years, and what brought you here, it's just like I found out about Cecilia, she has a master in accounting. So she knows how to keep track of that money for the federal government. And all these the people who make up the different countries, 65, and who are members of the board of the Ethnic Enrichment Commission, academia are way up there. From masters to PhDs, they are expert, and they qualify for the other thing. We're going to try to get them involved, and I'll call them back after the show so they can get involved to participate in the Yuma Midwest Southeast Regional Conference, which will take place on the 16th and the 17th here, now has been moved to the Bruce R. Watkins Cultural Center in Kansas City, 3700 Blue Parkway. But we'll continue. I have a lot of questions. And I know that a lot of people from St. Louis in that area venture down to Kansas City doing this every year, which is always the third weekend in August. So any input you might have, feel free to ask our guests.
Well, when I just always find it exciting to just listen to see, especially the type of food, that they have. And I've also found out, I'm also excited to learn a little bit more about the llama, I hope I pronounced that right. How endeared that is to the country. And also, and I was dealing from Haiti. I find it interesting also when I'm working with a project here in Haiti, Missouri. And I know that the names are similar, but in Haiti. I'm also kind of concerned about some of the foods they have there. They're going to have at the festival when they have a booth.
Any one of you, feel free.
No, I asked the gentleman from Haiti. Would they have a booth? Therefore, no.
I could hardly hear you, but if I can answer briefly, we have a booth this year, and we will offer food, and we have quite a variety of dishes in our menu this year. And one of the most popular dishes in our menu is the fried pork. We call it griot. If I can spell it for you, GRIOT. This is the griot. It is fried pork, but the pork is marinated with a special spices and cooked a very traditional way. The way we've been doing it for, I could say, for centuries now, things have been independent for over 2 centuries. And accompanied with our fried plantain. The way we do the fried plantain almost is quite similar with a lot of other countries in the Caribbean Sea, but the flavor is a bit different than the other places because us we use mostly the green plantain, and some other countries they like to use the white plantain. So when you pass by the booth, this is one of the dish and you can ask for when you pass by the booth at the festival.
Sounds
Wonderful.
tasty.
Wonderful. So, just to give a heads up about this 43rd Ethnic Enrichment Festival, it's supposed to be next weekend, August 19th, 20 to 21st, right?
Correct.
Exactly. August 19th, 20, and 21st. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
All right, at the Swope Parkway. And then I have a website for those who are tuned in. You can go to www.eetkc.org to learn more information in regards to it. Is the admission still $5 for this event?
Yes.
Admission is $5, and children under 12, if they are accompanied with staying adults, they are $6.
Wonderful. Well, I'm really excited to hear the different enrichment of the music, especially on Cecilia's part. I know that we're unable to taste your wonderful food, but I will check out Favera, the place out there that you referred. And I look forward to seeing the tradition and culture in your dances.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you so much. I also want to invite people to visit our group website. Well, we have a Facebook page. It's called Sabor a Peru, Kansas. That means flavors of Peru. And if you go to Facebook and type up Sabor a Peru, which is SABOR, then A, and then Peru, PERU, and then there are two pages. One says Valencia, and the other one says Kansas. Just choose the Kansas one. Valencia is where we started. We started this group in Spain.
What?
And while we're waiting for the guests to really get in and talk this, that, and other, also what the United Minority Media Association, we have what we call Crystal, we call the at-large board members, which we are getting the people, and we need for both of you to give your email address so that our co-host and producer in St. Louis, if he gets the opportunity, he'll email the show to you. So we need to have that to make people more cognizant. And we also are establishing that, say, we will have at-large board member representing Peru, at-large board member representing Haiti, and the other country, Indonesia, Zimbabwe, and moving on down the list. So we're going to really set up an ongoing working relationship, because most of the people with the Ethnic Enrichment Commission, they live here. Either most of them live in Kansas or Missouri, and we'll be featuring in the first part of September the different broadcasters and press associations for starting out Kansas and Arkansas, but then we are extending an invitation to a young lady, Michelle Duke, who is the president of the National Association of Broadcasters Leadership Foundation, and hopefully she will join us in Kansas City on the 16th and the 17th, as well as we extend an invitation to 9 of the broadcasters in 9 different states that we can react, and we can get the people connected up. Well, I hope both of you both to qualify for the prestigious deal, but also to become at-large board members. And what we're going to try to get the country that you represent, I'm quite sure one of these stations, including our with the market in St. Louis, that I'm quite sure there'll be possibilities and opportunities for you to host a public affairs show and say you are the at-large board member for whatever country you represent. Is that right? Is that what we do? Everybody understand that?
Yeah, that would be wonderful.
All right. May I please have KT's email so that I can send you further information?
Yes. You can email me at GRACHAEL and double at more L at outlook.com.
Outlook.
Okay, Peru.
I'll rather in private message. That's okay.
We haven't gotten your email address, Peru.
Yes, sir. I will be doing a private message.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
Well, we want to ask for his email in case Mr. Our folks with the Missouri Black Chamber of Commerce, and if the opportunity presents itself, he will email both of you today's show. No, wait a minute. Go ahead, Dar. Correct this.
So what I'll do, okay, I will text you a copy of today's show. I don't email.
Well, okay. I stand corrected.
That's no problem. And so that's why, I know Cecilia, I have your name, okay, but the gentleman from Peru, I didn't get his name. What is your name, sir?
You mean from Haiti?
I mean from Haiti. Haiti, I'm sure, yes.
General Raphael.
What is your name? What did you say it is?
General Raphael, let me spell it for you. General G-U-E-N-E-L.
G-U-D-N-E-L.
G-U-E-N-E-L.
Oh, G-U-T-N-E-L.
Well, you know, we got a lot of countries working together to comprehend their spoken language and do a little translation into English so we can comprehend. Thank you.
Okay, now what is your last name? Let's do it that way, sir.
Raphael, R-A-P-H-A-E-L.
Aura, what now? Aura?
R-A-P-H-A-E-L. Raphael.
Raphael? Okay. Raphael, okay. Well, I will send you I tell you what I'll do is send these to Crystal, okay? And she can forward them to both of you guys, okay, Crystal?
Okay.
Let's do it that way.
Okay, in case you just tuned in, you're listening to a special broadcast highlighting what's going to happen at the 43rd Ethnic Enrichment Festival, which will be held at Full Park, Kansas City, Missouri. That's off of Gregory and Meyer. And they have the different countries, and the different countries. I don't know if Peru, they have some people or their suit they wear, and then some of them will be if they have a native dance or whatever. And what have both of you, since you've been here, been received by the people in the United States, and also the other members of the Ethnic Enrichment Commission?
I'm not sure I get the question right. Yeah, I'm not sure I get the question right. Can you repeat that for me?
You see, could you kind of the question you asked was kind of confusing. Could you kind of repeat that?
Okay, what I was saying is, what was I saying? We wanted the people to, we got the different countries here. And a lot of them, they got different times during the 3 days. Some might promote the songs in their particular country, their dress there, and the ones who have food booths, which the cost is very reasonable. We just want them, because they probably do a better job of communicating than we're trying to do today. What was your main objective for being a part of the Ethnic Enrichment Commission and Festival? What will you bring to that the people here who are not from your native country, how they can witness or be a part of? If I make myself clearly.
Yeah, of course. Our objective here, like the organization I'm part of here, is to educate the public about Haiti's culture, the dances, the music, the language, the behavior, or the history of the rich history of Haiti. Exactly in the same token in the festival, that's what we're gonna be doing. The food, the cuisine, the dances, the music, the dresses, that's what we're gonna be showcasing in the festival. I'm sure we don't dress like that every day here because there's no need for that really. But in the festival, we're gonna bring those dresses, those clothes to life, and everybody can see them and witness what we in some event in Haiti, what we wear and what we do.
Okay, my view on what we do in the Ethnic Enrichment Commission is, and what we want to do in the organization that I run, is educate people and share our culture with them. So people, and starting from children, they can grow up knowing that there is a big world out there. People don't need to go other places to see people who look and live different than them and eat different foods and have different customs maybe and traditions. And I want people to learn about the diversity of the world so we can grow and be a more tolerant society and appreciate what the other cultures and people. What I have found here when we visit schools and participate in festivals is that people really like learning about maybe countries that they never thought of, or stuff that is not in the school curriculum. So it is really nice to share and to see how welcome we are.
Laura?
Listen, from let's look this way. We all looking forward to the next weekend, and I guess one of the things, that Crystal is going to be hosting this. I just sit back, let Crystal answer the question. But right now she has something that she's going to ask. My question she prepared for. I just sit back and be a listener and let her have a conversation. That's okay with you, Crystal?
Yes, it's fine. I really agree with Cecilia, in regards to how we get to learn other cultures when we come to the Ethnic Festival, because it's a lot that we don't know, and some people, they might not leave their community. So it's really good to be able to reach out and get to know other people. That's one thing that I'm really encouraging other people to come out to this Ethnic Festival, because you never know how you can relate to other people that are from other places as well. What do you all think about that?
I have a saying that I heard from one of my children, and it is, when people smile, we don't need to speak the same language.
That's true. And so, with that being said, I think of that as the same in artwork. You know, is there some ways that we're able to share the same culture with the different type of art that you guys are able to bring on that platform?
I know we shouldn't be at a loss. What Chris was saying, the different countries have different. Well, she's an artist. Let her explain that, and might be clear that what she would like to see from the various countries, if they have it available. I know they have some of the booths that sell jewelry, and there are probably different things they'll have out there that the different company will have an opportunity for people to purchase. And all the costs, what I understand, are very reasonable. There's something they can take home, a piece of that particular culture of the people who are participating at the festival.
The craft booths are very interesting if you want to take some pieces home.
Yeah, not only there would be a food booth, but at the same time there would be trucks coming directly from Haiti, from people who professionally in Haiti, and some from people who live around in the area who are going to be displaying their own artwork, and people can buy them at this for a reasonable price and take home it.
Also, we got those 3 shows. We have this is the second one, the 13th, and we have on the 20th, and then at the actual conference or the festival that's going to take place the 19th to the 21st. We're on the 20th of August. We'll probably do the same type of hookup of different people there. We'll get a coordinator from the Ethnic Enrichment Commission, so we can continue this with people there. So what we want to do, normally people come there are from the Midwest. They're looking for what a guesstimation or estimation of maybe between 30 and 40,000 folks will venture out to Swope Park at the festival, and then they have the one thing people want to know when they come there, they'll have security to make sure the cars are safe. I think they have a minimum admission of adults for $5, and the people that I think up to 12 are admitted free. And then the kids and the adults, they have passports where they'll go from country to country and get them to stamp their passport of that particular country, and then they have some type of opportunity or award or gift for those people. Am I saying this right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that is correct. In each booth there will be a stamp of the country. The kids can have their passport stamp. Yes, and there will be many free gifts also for the kids. Yeah, that is correct.
The other thing, I know how time goes by so quickly. What brought you to Kansas City and get involved in the Ethnic Enrichment Commission? I know one of my former teachers, Mr. Pryor, he was one one of the founders of the Ethnic Enrichment Commission. But how did you happen to land in? I know the Haitian, they have a lot of churches here, and a lot of people. A lot of cultures are so into the spiritual that they have their own faith-based operations. And I don't know, Peru, what is your base? I know it's Spanish, so that means I would just take it for granted, being a novice, that since most of your language base is Spanish, that they are into the Catholic faith. Is that true?
That's correct. Most of the population is Catholic, but there at this time are different types of Christianism in Peru, mainly. Yes, what brought me to join the Ethnic Enrichment Commission. The first year we were here, we participated. We went as guests, as attendants to the festival. And to me, I just wanted to see my country represented there. When you see such a well-organized event with so many food, representation, dances, and we were already dancing before we moved to Kansas. So that is something that I wanted to share with the city.
Yeah, this is when I just got here in Kansas City. I went to the festival once and I enjoyed it so much. When I finally came across to a book on the name of Haiti, I was so excited to see my people represented in that book, and I saw the flag floating and stuff like that. And when I went to the book to see my fellow Haitians there, I was trying to speak Creole with them, and most of the people there, none of them spoke a word of Creole. Because none of them were born in the country or didn't know the language at all.
Wow.
So, and I was speaking with them, I say, you know what, this is an interesting organization. So how can I get involved in volunteering with them as a Creole speaker? This is when they said, what, things you are interested, let me take your phone number and we'll call you. At that year on that festival, they didn't call me back. But 2 years later, when I came across that organization that I'm part of right now, they decided they wanted someone to represent them with that group who was hosting the Haitian group at that time. So this is how they sent me as an ambassador for my group, and this is how I got involved. And for the past couple of years, now, I'm the one doing all the coordination for my group.
Excuse me, Mr. MC, it is 5:56.
Would you speak up? I'm not hearing you so clearly.
I said that it's 5:56, sir.
Okay, that means we got 4 whole minutes left for this show, but we want people to contact you. And any final words either one of you would like to add to the show?
Well, thank you for having us today, and I want to invite people to go to the festival next week. I guarantee you guys are going to have a great time through the food, the booths, the crafts, and the shows. Just go and pick. There is the website that you guys mentioned before has the schedule of events. Thank you.
And I would add what you just said, that I appreciate that type of exposure that you're giving us on your radio show, and I'm hoping that type of relationship will continue in the future, even after the festival ends.
a short 250 miles, and hopefully they're listening to the show today. So the venture to Kansas City, and we're all both from the Show Me State, Missouri, and this is great where we can interact with different cultures. So that's been something where we kind of been divided of people just particular associate with their so-called culture. But this is an opportunity for you can meet and mingle among various other cultures. And since you are the president of the Missouri Black Chamber of Commerce, how does this tie into what you guys are all about?
Well, MC, for one thing, we always offer opportunities for business, okay, to work with us, and especially if you on an international basis, we work around the world. And so for all you guys who listen, okay, have a business, okay, want to enhance your business, we can help you do that also. I want to present my Chamber of Commerce, and to do that, you hold an MC, and he can give my information.
Okay, Crystal?
Yes, so I'm currently working on my bachelor's at the Kansas City Art Institute. I was trying to get to that question and something happened, so I apologize about that. But I love being active in outreach projects such as KCOG, so much love to keeping communities on guard and helping the internship for our children, our youth, get them involved in media and broadcasting. And so, with Yuma, it's really important to get involved in these things, and for you all to also be involved as at-large members in your country. That's how a lot of the communication barriers start to get a resolution. So I'm excited.
Okay, I thank the people for listening. I will be in touch, and Chris will be in touch, and via Crystal and myself, the Missouri Black Chamber of Commerce will be in touch, and everybody is reachable. And I want to thank our engineering for doing our show, and we have another show planned for next Saturday, same time, 5 to 6. Now, if the people have Facebook, have a listing of different people that are part of their culture, whatever, we appreciate it. We're trying to add to our list and our email, as well as the media. We're talking about the Facebook, and if you would email your listing of Facebook to KCMO Purcell, that's PASEO @gmail.com. We want to broaden the basis like the people with the Estimate Enrichment Commission, and we want to. I've been doing it through Yuma for years, but we want to connect you guys with the Missouri Black Chamber of Commerce, Ferguson, and also Kansas City, so we can work throughout, and we all can go international. But first, we want to have a start here, and I'll be in touch. Chris will be in touch. Our folks will be in touch. The engineer make sure we're on track, like he gave us our time limit. But I think that does it for our show today. So be sure to turn on and tune in next Thursday, 5 to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Like I said before, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Apple, we're on smartphone, we're on iPhone, and we got podcasts in 5 different countries. So thank you very much, and hope to see you on the weekend of the 19th to the 24th at Full Park. That's in Kansas City, and that's off of Gregory and Meyer. Thank you very much, and we're out of here.